probably, like me, many of you, for the first time experienced being in the audience when a rap artist was doing his thing. And we invited Baba Brinkman to spend the day with us today and attend some of the sessions, the awards breakfast and the lunches, to get to know us a bit better. And he has some observations that he wants to share with us tonight. And these observations make up a one-time only, unique, never to be heard again rap. Most of us multitask some stages during our day. You know, we're answering email when we're on a teleconference, or we're half listening to our spouse when we're making dinner. But I have never before seen somebody actually write a piece of art while also eating dinner and listening to an award celebration. So this man can obviously multitask in a tremendous way. So please, please put your hands together for a loud and warm welcome to Baba Brinkman.
So this kind of performance is inevitably called a wrap-up. And it started when I was younger. My dad is actually the CEO of a company in Canada that does reforestation and employs about 1,500 people. So he used to make me do this at his board of directors meetings for the company. Sit in, listen to what everybody said. Well, he didn't make me, but he invited me to. And you know, when I was a young and hungry rapper, I would say yes to any chance to perform. So I sat in a lot of business meetings trying to write rhymes about what was said and summarize it. So this rap was written, I began writing it about 2 hours ago, and I finished writing it about 2 minutes ago, which means I haven't had a chance to review what I wrote yet. So you'll be as surprised as me about what I'm about to say. Here's how it goes. Welcome to the place where certification happens, where CEOs mingle with conservationists and rappers, a place where cross-pollination is rampant, much to the gratification of Lori Davis Adams. Yesterday in a freestyle, I brazenly rhymed Lori Davis Adams with honeybee fornication patterns. Except, I think I said Laura Finley Adams, which was probably a confabulation with John Quincy Adams, which demonstrates the randomness, the fabulous mutations that make places like this the opposite of creationist, the bubbling bottom-up fomentations and fornications that lead to rebirth, like Star Wars, The Force Awakens. In this case, the Force is a new logo, and new branding, a new system for submission of project certification planning, a wildlife habitat council that's mutating and adapting while still performing an amazing act of knife-edge balancing. For anyone attracted to the act of balancing on a scalpel, witness the skillful dance of the Wildlife Habitat Council. Some would say their entire raison d'etre is doubtful. How is green certification of corporations supposed to be helpful? But anyone who says that, Margaret and Thelma will give them a mouthful. And leave them quivering and tearful. The new system is just as credible. Go ahead and take a look. And the new website is conservation's answer to Facebook. And no, it doesn't make certification any easier to get. Just like Facebook never won me any additional lifelong friends. Just additional acquaintances to vet, some of whom turned out to be the absolute best. Send me a friend request. It's the dawn of conservation certification, although I think the new logo needs a new interpretation. The dark blue steps are the new Olympic podium, a stairway to heaven for corporations facing opprobrium. Opprobrium, aka harsh criticism, SAT word, you can check it. The light blue is a pool of tears shed by the rejected. That leaf has sharp edges. ready to cut the fingers off of anyone trying to game the system or greenwash. That's right, it's like a song. And I already mentioned the new website is Facebook, which is why the new logo really looks like a fish hook. Because that shit is addictive. You get hooked on it hard, and you can't spit it out, because on the tip is a barb. If you try to fight it, your lips will get scarred. They go after the big fish, like wholesome Lafarge. Speaking of which, Lafarge sponsored this rap set before the merger, which makes me a transferred asset. So I gotta say thanks. Their contribution was fulsome. I'll do my best to make the performance wholesome. Yeah, the WHC is after the Marlins, the big predators, the Bridgestones and Exxons, the global competitors. The council hands out awards for corporate best practice. In other words, it conveys prestige and social status, which can be a form of redemption if a company's on a blacklist. And besides, every act of conservation matters. When Monsanto wins an award for prairie management on a property that's actively herbicide manufacturing. Besides, the European Food Safety Commission just press released. Roundup actually doesn't cause cancer. What a relief. It's in the news today, check that. What a relief for the Iowa gophers. Their habitat is restored, and they don't have to live with the fear of cancer anymore. And I guess Vogel Power in Georgia's efforts are working for upland wildlife management, because they were given a bronze turkey. And Freeport-McMoran has nothing to worry about. They built a gate and won a bat award for keeping the tourists out. Occidental Petroleum and Glen Springs Holdings can't lose. It's win-win, the opposite of Capulets and Montagues. In Montague, Michigan, habitat gets restored, and they get a fat duck, a Wings Over Wetlands award. Win-win. I've been at the conference all day checking what's happening. Louisiana Ducks Unlimited did some alligator trapping, and in the data session we had some computers crashing, but that's anecdotal. Without data, did it really happen? And in the For the Birds session, I heard an eloquent SOB say that they call sage obligate birds SOBs. And the alignment for local priority session was kind of out of alignment for some reason, because the local temperature inside it was totally freezing. Small sites, big impacts. We got a memorandum for understanding from the Forest Service. They'll split the costs for urban restoration planning. Companies fight for the recognition they deserve. Community Partner of the Year, Mekong Nature Reserve, nominated by Waste Management. Corporate Lands for Learning of the Year. They get acknowledged, but honestly, they had me at, we'll come and pick up your garbage. And thanks to the Chester County Waste Authority, education improved. Along with CSX Transportation, they made some rookie moves. And that's a compliment. And Marathon Oil is up in here with the award for Corporate Habitat of the Year. It's the Big Pimpin' Habitat Restoration Olympics, and the biggest award of all goes to Koch Industries for outstanding efforts in conservation education, which I'm sure MSNBC and Greenpeace will celebrate without reservation. See what I mean? Tightrope walking. That's why the Habitat Council is so awesome. They navigate thin ice without falling through where it's rotten. But what I want to know is, who watches the watchmen? These conservation prestige amplifiers have too much power. Who certifies the certifiers? There's so much potential here. There's so much promise. Good thing they hire rap artists to keep them honest. Yeah, that's my real job description. I'm a hip-hop auditor. We're fierce, we never let up. I can keep a closer eye on this place than Kevin Butt. He's in Japan, right? Me and Kevin have a lot in common. I'm in his 30s, he's 55, but we both do public speaking with shifty eyes. Hey, give us a break, man. It's hella awkward when you try to give an accomplished speech guided by a teleprompter. We can't all be Obama giving a speech with no drama, plus mine's got a rhyme, but not for much longer. I would propose a toast with glasses of champagne, but they might take 20 minutes to distribute like yesterday. All I can say is damn. Margaret O'Gorman is patient. She smiled for 3 hours today while her photo was taken. She skippers this ship. Her disposition passionate, sunny, energetic. She even gives the rowdies at Oldcastle Materials a run for their money. An Irish show dad. Margaret, she keeps bringing them in. It's biblical. A fisherwoman of women and men. But don't be afraid of the fish hook. It's not as bad as it seems, because the WHC program is actually catch, tag, and release. That's why this program is awesome and twisted. It's equally designed for the conservation of business. If business is the eternal enemy of environment, then business is inevitably destined for retirement. But thanks to the shepherds in this room, business might just learn to thrive and let the wilderness live too. So let's all raise a glass to the practice and the vision, to the synthesis of business and conservationism in a way that actually contributes to ecosystems and improves the habitats that organisms and people live in. Cheers.